Hello guys, today I'll be giving you a CD collection video, and this is a type of video I haven't done in a while, and the bands I'll be doing in this video are Machine Head, Pantera, and Prong. Now, the reason why I'm doing these three bands is because these bands are often lumped under the groove metal label, and they were also popular in the 90s, especially around the early to mid 90s, but yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. We're going to start off with Machine Head with Burn My Eyes, which is my favorite album by them. Some people go with The Blackening, but Burn My Eyes has to be my favorite personally. And then we got The More Things Change, another album that I think is one of their best. Then we got The Burning Red, which I think is maybe a bit overhated. I like this album actually. Then we got this album here, Year of the Dragon. Then we got Supercharger, which is easily one of my least favorites from the band. Then we got Through the Ashes of Empires. And then we got another album that's also one of the best, The Blackening. And Unto the Locust. And Bloodstone and Diamonds, which in my opinion was their last great album. And then we got their latest album, Catharsis. Absolutely not a fan of this album at all. I'm also not a big fan of the album artwork either. But they did come back recently with pretty solid, for the most part, release. That 3-track single, Arrows and Words from the Sky. I had that song and Rotten and Become the Firestorm. I liked all three of those songs. I think it's their best work since probably Bloodstone and Diamonds. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next band. We're going to go ahead and go into Pantera, Metal Magic. Projects in the Jungle. I Am the Night. Power Metal, which I think is their best of their glam era. And then we got Cowboy from Hell. Vulgar Display of Power, which is of course a classic. In my opinion, easily one of their best. And we got Far Beyond Driven. And we got Great Southern Trendkill, which you could maybe say is arguably their darkest album. Floods probably being one of my all-time favorites from the band. Then we got Reinventing the Steel. And finally, the last one here, and this is a compilation, the best of Pantera, Far Beyond the Great Southern Cowboys Vulgar Hits. So yeah, that's it for Pantera. Now for the last band, Prong, Primitive Origins. And we got Force Fed, and this album and the previous CD are definitely not easy to find cheap, but I'm glad I finally got them though. Then we got Beg to Differ, which I think is one of their best. Then we got Prove You Wrong. Cleansing, which is definitely one of their best also in my opinion. And we got Rude Awakening, the last album of the 90s. Then they return with this album, Scorpio Rising. This album gets some flack, but I actually don't mind the album though. Not the best production though. Then we got Power of the Damager, which is probably my least favorite album by the band, but not bad. the title track probably being my favorite off the album. And then we got Carved into Stone, which is probably my favorite of their modern work, or the stuff they've been doing since the 2010s. Then we got Ruining Lives. Then we got Songs from the Black Hole, which is a covers album. We got X, No Absolutes. And their latest album, 0 Days. And finally, the latest EP, Age of Defiance. And that's it for Prong. So those are my CDs for these bands. Let me know your thoughts on my collections for these bands. Do you have any of these CDs and all the good stuff? But anyways, thanks for watching. So comment, like, subscribe. Have a nice day and take care.